That's a good question. And I think it's important that we honestly break this down a little bit, but also take the important direction of seeking God first within our responses. And in doing so, we begin to recognize that even the term X labels somebody as something they are not. First of all, if you're ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, whatever, ex-friend, you're forgetting the fact that it is a son or daughter of God. And if we can move ourselves back into the recognition of how God sees the person that has named themselves as X, or a person that has named themselves as enemy, and how do we love them? Quite frankly, it's easy to love people close to us. It's easy to love the person described as enemy because we don't have to deal with them. We don't have to interact with them. And I would ask that we might seek a little more deeply and embrace the love that is God present within those that would name themselves enemies. Honestly, we're not supposed to go and walk up to our enemy and put ourselves at risk at the end of their bayonet or knife or gun or whatever it happens to be, but we can extend love in the spirit. We can extend God's grace and love to them for any pain or discord in their lives that may have caused them to harm us. If we look back towards the ex in a relationship, an ex-wife or an ex-partner or ex-husband, we have to look to God's presence first, both within ourselves and search to discover God's presence within them. Now, if you're looking at an abusive relationship, a previous relationship within marriage where the other partner was abusive, it does not mean you have to put yourself in the place of harm. You do this on the spiritual level. If you encounter them in a public setting, you extend to them blessing from within your heart. You do not put yourself in a place of risk, but you move with grace, with love, with the distance that person forms. You move into the no distance, that place between God and you, that is God within you and God within your ex. And it does require seeking God, because your time before your ex or before the person who names themselves enemy or before the person that has wronged you in some way in the past, it is important to discover the manner in which God wishes to view them. How does God see them as a blessed and holy gift before his sight, before her perfect wisdom? And it cannot be discovered with the experiences we've had with the person before. So we could honestly look to a renewing of our own minds, that we might see them without offense that we've experienced in the way that they wronged us in the past, or the mistakes we may have made. So we must own that as well. There was something within our relationship on a spiritual level that neither one of us discovered, that came to a place that created spiritual divide. That can be done through love and a surrendering of the person into a new direction in their lives, but many humans choose it through a place of destruction. They destroy, tear down, cause destruction, mayhem, and destroy the relationship. It doesn't need to be done that way. So in our heart within Grace Healing, it's our hope that people would begin to become more practiced in the ability to search God first before the reaction and allow for God to come through in a blessed response. Reaction would be emotive or destructive or reacting in such a way that it would foster and fuel the divide. The blessed response can be allowing your ex to have the life they choose, loving them in the hopes that they find greater wisdom, greater clarity, and greater purity. If there was a divide in the relationship through abuse, you can pray release from the spirit of abuse that you knew, which attracted you two together. The spirit of abuse that they carry as they were the abuser. You could pray release from that they would be heightened in compassion and gentility towards their new partner. You could pray increase upon them that they might gain greater wisdom and clarity in the decisions that they make in their lives. If it came through spiritual infidelity or physical infidelity, pray release of infidelity, that the person would walk with purity and be released from anything that holds them prisoner to physical and sexual unions that were not part of your relationship. Pray increase of blessing onto them so that they would be freed from the spiritual things that govern them. And remember that that cannot be done if you hold offense within your heart. It is seeking God first. It is embrace holy forgiveness for the person and holy forgiveness for the wrongs that you may have perpetrated upon them, because you may be the one that did the infidelity. So in this, we choose to search God first, then look upon that person knowing God is present within them. And how would God have me respond? And I want to clarify the point that it is important that a person doesn't feel they have to go back into an abusive setting in order to extend love and reconciliation. Reconciliation can be reconciling within oneself to say, you know, God's daughter chose to have a relationship with somebody else. May she be blessed in that experience. And it becomes reconciled within you to know, love, and speak increase upon them. Do not be shackled by the fact that reconciliation sounds like you have to come back together and reconcile. Reconcile can be reconciling with the new direction of your relationship. It doesn't have to come in destruction. It can come through surrender and the hope for blessing for both parties. So that's just a quick response. I hope it helps you. And I hope it helps you in your life today. I hope it helps you in your past relationships. Feel free to check into Grace Healing at gracehealing.org, or for the videos on YouTube at gracehealing.video, or our Facebook page, Grace Healing. We look forward to seeing you in some place, and we also have set up a new forum for people to chat and check in on the website. Please feel free to check in from gracehealing.org and sign up, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. Take care and be blessed.